So in this video, we will do some code segregation. So earlier I just put everything in one single file. So let's try to do some cleanup and try to segregate our code in a better way. So if you see right now I have everything in this single file main.groovy, and with the time, let's say if it grows, it will look ugly. So let's segregate it now only, so that we don't end up messing it. So I will create few more directories here. So first will be utils, where I'll be defining all my utilities, and let's create one more file here with name, let's say job utils. Inside this I will define a package. So this utils will act as a package for me. This will so I've added this package definition. Let's define a class also. I will use the same name as the file name. So this is just an empty class, and let's define one more variable here. We'll name it as job_config, and let's define a constructor also for this class. So whenever we will try to initialize this class, I want to populate the value for this variable. So for that I'll be defining my own constructor also. So you can just write a function with the same name as the class name, and it will ask for an argument also. Argument will be, let's say, job config, and inside this function what I'll do, I will initialize this using the this keyword, this dot job config equal to job config. So what this will do, the moment anyone will try to create an object for this class, it will automatically invoke this function as it is constructor. And what it will do, whatever the argument I'm passing while initializing the class object, it will use that same object and it will populate the value for this thing. I will not go into much detail how this constructor works. I think you can check it out. How the constructor works in case of Groovy or Java. Both works in the similar way. And let's define one more function here. The return type of that function will be string, and name of the function will be getJobName. Right, and I will not pass any parameter here because I have already initialized this job config object here. So let's just return the job name, and it will be done like this dot job config dot job name. Cool. So I'll be showing you how I'm using this. Yeah, I think this is fine. Cool. So earlier what I was doing, from this parsed job config object, I was trying to extract the value here, but now I have created a utility. So what I'll do, first of all, let's import that. Import utils dot job config, the class which I just created. Sorry, the name is job utils. Cool. Now what I'll do, inside every for loop iteration, I will just create a new object for this. Let's say job config, the return type. So the type will be the same job util. The name of the variable will be job config, and I'll be creating a new object of this class, right? So I'll do this new job util, Yeah, that's it. And inside this I have to pass an argument also. So I'll pass this current pipeline name here, right? And I think I don't need this now here because I'll be doing the parsing in the constructor itself. So let's go back to the job utils and do this thing here. So I'm passing the job configuration here. So what I'll do, so this so if you see this code, I'm passing the current pipeline in the job utils, right? This current pipeline holds the path of the YAML file, and let's do this thing. Let's rename this to this. Yeah, so now what will happen, this current pipeline object will get passed here, and this will be my parse configuration, and I'm just assigning the parse configuration as job config. Yeah, this looks fine now. So my constructor will take the file path as an argument, and it will convert the file path into the parsed job configuration, and then it will initialize this variable, and then we can use this variable throughout. Cool. Yeah, this looks fine now. Now we have to add this YAML import also in this file. So let's copy it from main.groovy. I think we don't need this YAML here because we are not even using it. I've moved everything in job utils. So let's cut these two lines and paste it here. Yeah, this is fine now. So this utility class is absolutely fine. We have the class, we have the constructor, and we have one getter function. In the main.groovy, we have this function which will look for YAML files. Then this is for getting the current directory. I'm calling the function to get the list of YAML files. Then the for loop. Here I'm initializing the job util object, and this will give me the parsed dictionary, I will say, which will have all the objects which are defined in YAML. And now I can get rid of this. So let's replace this parsed job config with job config here also and here. Yeah, I think now we have segregated the code a bit. We have moved something in this utility, and I think I can run my code now, and it will not have any changes in the output. So let's commit it and let's see. Yeah, so new pipeline got triggered here. Let's see the logs. So it says like no such property passed job config for class this, and it is at line number 11 in my utility file. Let's see what is it. So let's go to the utility in line number 11. Okay, so it is not able to resolve this. Let's define it like this. So yeah, so whatever is the return type of this, it will assign it here, and I have defined it like this, def. Let's rerun it. Let's go to the Jenkins now. Let's see the logs. It failed again, and this time what is the error? No such property job name. Got it. So we have to call the getter now. Earlier we were directly calling the property, but right now we have to call the functions which we created with the name like get job name and other. So let me show you in the code. We created this function to get the job name. So what we have to do is wherever we were using the job name like this, earlier we were using like parse job config.job name. So this job name will not work, and we have to write this name of function here, and we are using it here also. So let's remove it. Yeah, let's try one more time. Yeah, check the logs. So you can see it got executed successfully this time, and it says like both the jobs are existing jobs, right? So there is no change in it. So we were able to create the utility successfully, right? So let me summarize what we did till now. So we created one utils package here. Inside that we created one job utils class, and inside this class what we did, we created a constructor. Inside the constructor we are getting the name of the YAML file, and then we are parsing the YAML here, and whatever is the output, we are assigning the output to this variable. Now this variable will become global till the time we have the object of this class, and we can access this particular property anytime using such type of functions. So this was one function which I created, but I will create more functions now because we have the utility in place now, so we can enhance it anytime. And to adopt this thing, we did some changes in main.groovy as well. So we removed the parsing logic from here. So what we are doing, we are just getting the current pipeline, and immediately inside the for loop we are creating the object for this job utils, and we are passing the current pipeline file name here, and in the output it will give me the parsed object of it, because and in the output it is giving me the object of this class. And now from using this object I can call any functions like this, get job name, and I just replace the previous code with this one. In place of job name I'm using this now, and we just ran it, and there was no change in the pipeline code. Both the jobs are still intact. So let's see what next.